Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Price. Welcome to the July energies. June was intense, and we were focusing on balancing opposites in the midst of powerful chaos, which is just another word for change. We had 2 eclipses in June. One of those was on the solstice, and we have another eclipse coming up on the 4th of July, if you are Pacific time. June brought a lot to the surface for healing, and your light work during these times is weaving light, love into the storylines of humanity. And at the core of balancing opposites is neutrality, so that those opposites can connect and create something new, like the positive proton and the negative electron connecting through the neutral neutron. This might come in the form of a conversation with someone, might be an idea within you, or a response to trauma surfacing for healing. And your work is to allow the flow of the feelings to touch your mind, because the psyche often resists change because it feels dangerous. And this is key for following your heart, which is the overall energy of 2020. Means getting quiet so the whispers of the heart can reach your mind, can arise into your consciousness, and then be focused into this realm. And as your emotions arise, they touch the mind, and then your brilliant mind can offer a linear path of creation to the desires of your heart. And sometimes this is a moment of release as pain is transformed into expression, like tears. Sometimes it's a moment of activation as it's transformed into new ideas, new actions. And these two opposite sides of the same coin, release and activation, are what give you a new wholeness. And finding balance in these times of opposites colliding is a movement back and forth. It's phase shifting between release and activation as new creation, whether that's you, your life, your experiences, form through time. And like the changing of a season, which the solstice marked in June, it's not a hard stop-start. It's back and forth, finding balance as the new season arrives and the old season eventually becomes the path. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's the progress of humanity evolving, though that's often slower than your heart may want or your mind may justify as acceptable. Now, July brings your new balance into the next phase, your creative power. I was shown both hemispheres of the brain really lighting up in July. And this year of following your heart, you're tuning into your most powerful electromagnetic field, your heart, and then connecting that with your second most powerful electromagnetic field, your mind, and then broadcasting your energetic information into this realm more powerfully. This is the meek inheriting the earth, or those that reside in the creative power of love that understand that control, greed, and other unsustainable energies go against the flow of nature. And change is constant, but with love, that change is smoother rather than so chaotic. And this means moving beyond perceiving yourself as limited or defined by the world around you. Your work is to empower your inner realm, where your true sovereignty resides, so that there's more flow with the universal current of connection. Another word for love. It's your subtle realm, your space within that connects and then births into the world of form. First through your subtle information in your energy field, and then through your actions. Now, obviously, limitation exists on Earth. It's why people became so much more unified in June, getting their voices heard and amplified to support balancing the opposite of injustice into more equality. And it is one of many structures that Pluto is bringing into reckoning for humanity to choose how their structures will support them better. And this is why it is so important for the loving ones like you, Lightworker, to get your energy into the world. Sometimes that will be meditation, other times conversation, and other times action. It's available to you everywhere, and no mask truly covers it. July will bring you to another level, another spiraling up of life calling you to become more dominant in your own life, to initiate your intention flowing into your life. And when that intention is based in love, love flourishes more readily here on earth. Your creative power is built into life. All life is unconditionally granted the power to create. It's unconditional whether you are choosing to do harm or choosing to do good. Life flows energy to you. But if you choose to go against the laws of nature, which entail a mutually beneficial, interconnected web of life, if you harm that web of life, the system is unsustainable and it has to go through more traumatic readjustment. And of course, you can see what's happening on Earth. The foundations of structures that aren't serving life are being exposed, they're crumbling, and even reacting to that loss of unbridled power. And often people don't want change. The psyche naturally resists it to varying degrees. There are challenging ways to change, and there are easier ways to change. And the ascension process, as you attune into the subtle realms more consciously, is about using your momentum of connection, your creative power, in order to shift in accordance more with universal law. And July will build on June's energy of balancing opposites as you utilize that universal flow, like the atomic structure, becoming that neutral flow of connection between two opposites. That means letting go of judgment, fear, anger, by allowing the transformation of those valid energies, which then merges them with their opposite, creating a new wholeness that contains fear resolved into new courage, anger resolved into new empowerment, and so much more. July is calling you to amplify your unified energy field with conscious focus of what you want to create in this world. This is more than just an idea, it's an embodiment. It's the active living of your light. And in June, there was more of an internal healing to the energies, as that need to resolve some of the collective emotions was so strong. In July, life is calling you to actively create in your internal realm first, becoming the change by feeling into it, then imagining it, and that then emanates into the external realm through your energetic information and your inner actions. So inner action first, feel it, be it, then interaction. And for some, this will mean action. For other moments, it may look like the living embodiment of the peace that passes all understanding. Another moment may be focusing on releasing a distorted fear from the past. So it's responding to your inner nature authentically, allowing what's ripe to have its transformation, and holding the understanding, the space that you are in a highly creative time. Actually intensified over these next 3 months, though, of course, it won't stop there. And a little later, I'm going to share a simple focus that you can utilize so that you are benefiting from the change in these powerful times. July is a time of manifestation. So be sure to remind yourself that the chaos of change is mitigated when you are actively choosing the neutral flow of love, more of your unconditionality within, even through the ups and downs. Your creative power is being called into deeper service in July. Be the change that you want to see in the world. In July, I will be doing a Lyran Perspective teleclass. And last month, as Ariane was talking about balancing opposites, they focused on 2 main opposites. The first was separation and connection, which is the core of balancing physical and non-physical. Of course, as we move through ascension, we're learning to apply subtle realm rules of connection and resonance into the physical realm of separation more consciously. And that deep knowing of connection shifts how we interact with each other, how we interact with Earth and all of the elements and animals, everything around us. Ariane also focused on time and timelessness. A big part of our ascension is learning to navigate the subtle rules of time so that in this way you shift the past and the future in your present moment. Your presence, your consciousness, your embodiment in the moment is a catalyst of your empowerment, where the confluence of the strength of your past and the potential of your future unify within you. It was a powerful channeling. I will also be doing a monthly energies teleclass where I'll be using crystalline soul healing and light language to amplify your creative power so that you are more unified and consciously creating your life with more empowered love. It is so important now. And the energies of change are deeply supportive of stepping more fully into your creative power. I will be teaching crystalline soul healing here in Sedona, July 17th, 18th, and 19th. This is a powerful Lyran technique that creates profound change through your higher self. And we will be following local guidelines for social distancing. So this class will be smaller, and that means we've only got 2 spots left. I'm also planning on teaching light language here in Sedona in September. And of course, if we need to readjust because of Corona, we will. But I'm going to plan on social distancing for now. So that class will likely be smaller unless things change. Now, let's talk about the light language. This transmission had a lot of Pleiadian energy supporting this clearer flow of the 3rd chakra and the heart chakra. So amplifying your courage to follow your heart. I was also feeling a lot of activation in the right brain, your conceptual, creative aspect. There was some 3rd eye activation so that you can initiate the perceptions that attune you to that new path of creation. And there was also a lot of throat chakra opening, which really fits in with the manifesting energy of July, because the throat chakra is the chakra of manifestation. And of course, that does mean your verbal expression or even your silence, but it means your actions too. A sculptor that creates a sculpture with their hands is using throat chakra energy. July will feel powerful for creativity. And while there might be a lot of chaos occurring in the outer world, follow your heart and focus into the emotions, the thoughts, and then the inspired action that feels important to you as you are bringing more love here onto the earth experience. These are the times you've been preparing for. So focus your creative power in July as you embody the divine love you already are. And I want to give you a powerful but simple focus that you can use each morning to enhance and activate your creative power. And I like to begin by getting quiet, take a few breaths. You can put your hands on your heart and ask, what focus is for my highest good? Be patient. And if no answer comes, that's fine. Just choose a topic that you'd like to focus on in July. And it's helpful if you choose one topic and really get into that detail, and then you can add more later. That singularity will help you see the connections and the progress more easily so that you can better understand how your focus impacts you and your life, which then affects the collective. Now, I'm working on peace in July. So you would simply state, I am peace, amplifying on earth. Or if you're working on love, I am love, amplifying on earth. I am peace, amplifying on earth. And you can also ask it as a question. How can I bring more peace into the world today? And just see what inspiration you get. And leave a comment below of your focus for your creative power this month. Use that throat chakra energy. I hope you have an amazing July and enjoy the light language.
Ramdaro sod oristero kanabat sarat nend orgnal. Janon sarmashtar karakta und urbdad el konar sarknar sterot nomad. Brondar krashtero konoma aratnand aratonoma kra oled enoma. Bran stonemak. Krande orkam der orot oa hatarat goroka. Hanomba. Brom starokra suruk aratet num stairo makterut sul ilium stur makterut no urbdat krondarat nem sur kastur kratsurat orat al jaru kanand ranmanas sarokor storat nen surkrut irat and haratadort al maur krat totostaima Tam graim aprarastor mnen sokratet inohum bren storat surut kdet lir nor el krumda sarastan und krumdal orem mnan daraknaya storat sur inestet. Ay was krumchand. Non shanum makdarat sur anaster urolel. Bram ot sokratet hanjarot command ranant num krasur stor og grasrak klal krumjarak und Tunsastai. Mnor graina ma granda num. Haratsut chanat gred numba. Branda ananjarak. Branda ursaratadet akrearut ul elel stum ksaprat nind urkmnaid orat. Dat numba. So steindand. Shum sakratiat anand atat oram. Hamram an shurknan surabdar ulel im shurknat uratatsiat. Dom hanta kran.